Nick Vujicic is a well-known preacher and motivational speaker born with no arms or legs. He could have given up on himself and his dreams, but instead, he chose to rise above his circumstances and become an international motivational speaker, inspiring millions to embrace failure as a means of growth. He teaches us that we can do anything if we set our minds to it, even if it seems impossible at first glance. In this video, we'll take a look at Nick's inspiring life story and learn how he used his faith in God and determination to overcome any obstacles thrown his way. So let's begin. His early life and struggles. Nick Vujicic's life has been one of immense hardship, suffering, and triumph. He was born in Melbourne, Australia in 1982 to parents who struggled with accepting their son's disability at first. His mother particularly rejected to even see or hold her son, but eventually they came around and were able to accept him for who he is today, a happy man who loves life. Nick was born without arms and legs due to a rare condition called tetraamelia syndrome. As a result, he faced many obstacles throughout his childhood, like bullying and struggling with depression. Once, he even contemplated ending his own life, but life had other plans for him. Originally, the toes of one of his feet were fused, so he underwent an operation that separated his toes so that he could use them as fingers to grab. He refers to it as his chicken drumstick. At the age of 17, Vujicic's mother showed him a newspaper article about a woman praying with a severe disability. This sparked a light in Nick, and he realized that some other people also have severe disabilities. He also made a strong connection with God and started giving talks at his prayer group. Despite his lack of limbs, let alone any mobility, he persevered and grew into an incredible man who helps people all over the world through motivational speaking, writing, and family counseling. Nick gradually figured out how to live a full life without limbs, accomplishing to perform many of the daily skills limbed people perform without even thinking. He can write with 2 toes on his left foot and a special grip that slides onto his big toe. He can type up to 45 words per minute using the heel and toe method. He also learned how to throw tennis balls, play drum pedals, comb his hair, brush his teeth, answer the phone, and shave, and participates in golf, swimming, and even skydiving. If you come to think of it, it all seems impossible, doesn't it? But looking at his living example, we can say that nothing is impossible. If you're willing enough to do something, you will always find a way to make it happen. Nick is now living a happily married life with 4 children in Los Angeles, California, and continues to inspire people around the world with his speeches, charities, and publications. Nick's published books. Nick is a motivational speaker, author, and entrepreneur who has published several books. His first book, Life Without Limits: Inspiration for a Ridiculously Good Life, was released in 2010. This book talks about his life experiences and how he managed to achieve his goals despite being born with no limbs. The book was a bestseller on Amazon when it was first released, making it one of the most popular books written by Nick. In 2012, he published Your Life Without Limits, which, as the name suggested, speaks volumes about how your life is filled with infinite opportunities if you only look hard enough. Another of his books, Unstoppable: The Incredible Power of Faith in Action, is about how you can find God's purpose for your life if you believe in Him enough to persevere through any obstacle that comes your way. In 2014, he released another book titled The Power of Unstoppable Faith. This book discusses the importance of faith in God and the benefits that can be obtained from this faith. The book also talks about how important it is for people to take action in order to achieve their goals, instead of just waiting for things to happen on their own accord. Stand Strong, released in 2015, is about how to deal with disappointment in our lives. We all experience it at some point or another. But this book shows us how we can turn those negative feelings around into something positive, instead of allowing them to tear us down further. What can we learn from his story? Being born without limbs is something no one will want to happen to any of their loved ones. Nick was left with two clear choices: either get depressed with his condition or overcome his challenges and difficulties in whatever way he could. And obviously, he chose the latter. His life and successes teach us valuable lessons, like to never give up. His life is an open book of determination. If he wanted, he would have easily given up long ago, in childhood, when everyone bullied and made fun of him. But instead, he found the hidden courage in himself that God had given him, and through that, he started his journey toward success and a happy life. He says, "I am gonna try again and again, because the moment I give up is the moment I fail." Understand and accept that life has challenges. Nick Vujicic's life has taught us that we have to accept and understand that life has challenges. His life has been filled with adversity, but he has managed to overcome it all and inspire millions of people worldwide. He believes that our disabilities should not define us. Instead, we should be defined by our abilities. He also teaches us to understand and accept that life has challenges, and sometimes it is hard to know how to handle them. Dream big dreams. Nick Vujicic's life is the perfect example of how to dream big. He didn't let his disability stop him from achieving his dreams, and taught us all a lesson in perseverance. Nick has shown us that no matter what life throws at us, we can still make our dreams come true if we keep fighting for them. Nick has accomplished so much more than most people could ever dream of, from being a motivational speaker to becoming a best-selling author himself. His message of hope and love is something that everyone needs to hear, even when it seems impossible. If you can't get a miracle, become one. Nick Vujicic's life is a miracle. His message is one of hope and positivity. When you can't get what you want, become what you need. In a world where people are continuously bombarded by negative news and negativity in general, Nick's story is a breath of fresh air. His life shows us that we can always choose to be positive, even when things seem impossible. We can take the energy from negativity and turn it into something constructive instead of destructive. Nick reminds us that there is more to us than our physical appearance, too. We have the ability to change the world through love and kindness. Faith is something that we all have inside us, but not everyone uses it to its full potential. Nick says, "I believe with all my heart that if you can't get a miracle, become one." If you're struggling, remember that Nick Vujicic is proof that you can get through anything. He's faced the most unimaginable challenges, but he's still here, inspiring people around the world to live their best lives. That's it for today. We hope you found our video inspiring. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching and see you next time.